Hey there, if you're experiencing a stressful time right now, then I want to let you know you're not alone. There's a bunch of people out there who are very stressed, as in most of humanity, and I'm one of those people. I am having a very stressful day today, and I thought it would be cool to kind of talk about that in real time, not talk about it in some kind of way of like, I know something that you don't, and being the super chilled out guy who who has it all figured out, but rather, hey, this is coming from someone who is right now stressed, and I want to kind of share with you what I do in these kinds of situations, what I've learned to do over the years, and what I've learned about stress over the years. And well, one of the things about stress is that it disconnects us from ourselves and from each other. So I think in the past I would have never made a video like this because I would have felt in this stressful experience too disconnected. And now what I'm doing is I'm actively going into connection with you. I'm recording this and I'm going into connection with myself. And I think that's a crucial part, going into connection with ourselves, like feeling what's actually going on beyond the story. Because there's a million things that can stress us out on the surface level, on the story level. Like there's a million triggers and they're different for all of us. So for one person, it's a stressful phone call. For another person, it's sitting in traffic. For me today, it was that I had quite a lot to do. I had a big to-do list. And I basically didn't get anything done because, I don't know, one thing led to the next, like things just didn't go well. My car broke down. When I got, roadside assistance to help me out and started up again, I was trying to get to my destination and it was supposed to be a 10-minute drive, but it took about 2 hours because of closed roads and traffic. And I just felt this stress building up inside of me. And it's interesting because these days I'm learning so much about stress, and so I was trying to apply it in real time. And what I've noticed is it can be a real great reconnection to yourself, to use this stress and kind of forget about the reasons, or like the mental, the superficial reasons of what's going on. Like for me, oh, my car broke down and I'm in traffic. Okay, that's the story, but what's going on beyond that? And what I noticed is like a tightness in my chest, and just a general feeling of, kind of whatever the opposite of joy is. I was just kind of feeling numb and disconnected. I think disconnected is really the best word. And so I was trying to sense into what's going on. And I've noticed that just sensing the feelings, the sensations, the state, just allowing it to fully be here and kind of explore it with curiosity is a great tool. Like I really like that, because it means the fact that you're doing that means you're not caught up in it. So I hope that makes sense. So you're kind of embodying the energy around the energy, You're not stuck in the energy of stress, but you're kind of going up on a meta level where you're just observing what the stress is doing with you, how it feels, how it's expressing itself. And then I did my two favorite things when I'm stressed. I just did them before I did this video. One of them is shaking, just standing up and shaking your whole body. And this is something that, toddlers naturally do when they don't get their favorite, chocolate treat or something in the supermarket. They'll, throw a little fit and shake. Dogs, after almost every encounter, whether it's a stressful encounter or a joyful encounter, they kind of need to shake it off. And I feel like that's something we often miss because we have these stresses, but then we don't complete the cycles on a physical level. And that kind of leaves it hanging as this energy that we just try to numb or get over and just, hope things get better tomorrow. But in my experience, or what I'm feeling to be true, is that all the stress accumulated over our lives, it kind of stays stored in the body. It's what a lot of people say, but it feels true to me. Like I'm feeling that today. And yeah, so shaking was great. The other thing I did was this Stanley Rosenberg exercise for the vagus nerve. Um, I was thinking I might record a video of that, like a little explanation of what that goes like. But basically, it's you interlock both hands behind your neck like this, and then without moving your face, you just move your eyeballs towards one elbow. Looks a bit weird, but you hold this for a while until you get a yawn response or a swallow response. Then you do the same to the other side, wait for the yawn response or swallow response. Maybe take a break in between, because it can take up to 90 seconds or so on each side. All right, so those are the things I did. Really helped me. And yeah, I'm just embracing this moment of like feeling stressed, but at the same time feeling curious about stress and studying it more, and yeah, trying to find out truths to what it's all about and what we can do. And yeah, one more thing I'm noticing is that beauty and nature just inherently have something de-stressing. So I'm sitting in a park right now, there's beautiful flowers, there's birds. There's something about that even though I'm not in the right headspace to really enjoy it, it's almost like an invitation to tune into something else, a different state of mind. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you whether shaking helps you, whether you try out the Stanley Rosenberg exercise, or whatever you do when you're stressed. Yeah, I usually talk about insomnia on this channel, but increasingly I'm starting to feel like it's just a bigger topic. Insomnia is kind of just a symptom of a dysregulated nervous system most of the time. So yeah, I'm finding that I like to talk about those topics more. So if you want to be around for a random dude on a bench talking about the nervous system, then feel free to subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you. All the best. Bye bye.